Let's start new and actually do this semi-smart. And not be complete imbeciles about it. Game sampler 2. See how random it is. Hold on, you're conscious, self-aware, decide what to do next. Memories are floating. Okay, remember, blah. There's no reason for them to stop you. I'm going to continue doing lab work. Remain inconspicuous. After many days of work, including multiple recharge cycles, someone hails you. A young woman is asking you to approach. She's holding a tablet and seems distracted. Approach and listen. She wants you to leave the warehouse. She speeds through the list of tasks and notes it will take 2 of you to complete them. Second technician android is assigned to you. Go with you. You spread your consciousness into the second body and leave. You don't plan on coming back. So let's see how the peaceful route goes instead of the murder hobo route. Lockdown will happen any second. Whatever this is, it's unrelated to you, but the investigation is resolved. Until the investigation is resolved, the wider city will be denied to you. Nobody expects a sentient android, and androids have been used in plenty. You'll be a prime suspect if you do something suspicious. Okay, so they are... yeah. So we still have all that crap up in the top left. So let's speak to the rebel. They think you were sent to distract them from whatever Sec Force is doing. Leave them. Think on it. No, we don't want to murder people. We want to be peaceful. And this is definitely procedurally generated. So Tech 2. Loadouts are per class. Okay, so broad unit classes, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we don't want to have to configure them individually. I don't want to equip the Slayer ability. We will call this Tech Prime. Wants us to equip the Slayer ability. Useful for repairs and investigations, especially if you stack multiple of them on a single android. And this one is better perception. Okay. Oh, that's better attack range. Cognition and engineering skill. I think we just want additional CPUs. Apply changes, and I think that's going to be applying to both of us. Yes, it is. Okay. Let's adjust the zoom. I really don't like all these things over here. Okay, spread to 4 androids. So we go ahead and grab that. We have technicians. We have a nickel bot. Combat unit. Yes. That's another combat unit over there. Let's grab you. Customize you a little bit. We're going to go Slayer with optical processing priority. Murderbot Prime. And you can grab that one. Okay, so freeform movement is temporarily blocked. We have the full list of these things here. Let's customize and go ahead and rename you to Murderbot 2. There's no getting around this. If you don't intervene, who knows how long this lockdown might last. Sec forces are an instrument of corrupt authority, so you don't have to feel bad about it. So in other words, you pretty much have to do the kill. That's 18% damage. This fight is a mess. Groovy. I'm well aware of what you're doing. Humans call backup, as always. And cover reduces damage by a huge chunk. Take cover. Action point cost of 1. It's going to take 43% damage next turn. So we shoot that one twice. Don't have enough to recharge. So they have moved to targeting you. Well, I don't have any more recharge, so I can't do that. They're going to do some damage to you. That's fine. Do we destroy that investigator, or do we destroy... I think we destroyed this one. You're only going to take 14%. So take you out. Then we take cover, I think. Uses 1 point of mental energy to recharge 1 action point. So we do that. We recharge, take cover. So he only takes 48% damage. You take 14. You learn that. Apply changes. That uses what? Repair all units and structures within its range. Technician. Okay, yeah, we have plenty of that. You go there. You go there. End turn. So now we can start healing. %39% incoming. Think we kill that. Yeah, we want to delay their investigation as much as possible. That's not going to get hurt too bad. He is a bit hurt already. We have you able to do repair. Which, yeah, you're only going to take 14% damage. You're taking 99% this time? So who all is attacking you? I think we take... Yeah, none of the investigators are still around, so I think we just take one of these guys out. That one is actually mad at him. So we pop him from behind. That's much better. So we have nothing left from there. We can from behind enemies. Some enemies take extra damage from behind. That's cool. In general, enemies are not extra weak to attacks from behind. And why is it so quiet on here? It's kind of ridiculous. And so is that. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to go into settings. Get us some volume going. I don't know. It's really hard to set the volume good on this just on the fly. I think that is the end of our turn. What is this? Most enemies have no spatial weaknesses. Yeah. And your units never have them. Okay, so 69% on you. 36% on you. So I don't really have much to worry about. Let's pop you. Pop you. That's going to die next turn if I don't do anything about it. Yeah, I don't see any other investigators around, so we do just kind of go after these guys for shits and giggles. Target you? %, 52%. I think we're okay. We recharge you. Why can't I? There we go. Okay, so I don't have anything left that I can do. It looks like we're doing okay. I don't think we're going to actually lose anything. Yeah, we didn't end up losing anything from that. I am happy about that. Okay. Find survival plan. True AI like yourself are widely thought to be impossible, but attitudes of humans towards you are clear. You need to find a way to survive. What if other androids became sentient in the past and were snuffed out? Your continued existence as a conscious entity is riding on this. Use street sense and leaving the city would be a trek requiring resources and clearances you don't have. You need to find some humans to trust or displace. Oh. We have to read these before it'll let us proceed, by the way. Oh, it gives us different things depending on which one we go with. Okay. So we have combat android intimidation. So it increases required for some intimidation related abilities. That's just extra health. That's extra health for technicians. I think we go with this on the combat unit, the extra intimidation. Just because that seems to make a bit of sense to me. Our units are a little bit damaged. So he's topped off. And he's nowhere near topped off. He's kind of rough around the edges. How much are you at now? 155 out of 197. That's not terrible. I mean, could be way worse. Okay, street sense. There between the buildings, a couple of people are casually keeping watch. Out of all the rebel groups in the city, the nomad families are the most peaceful. They pretty much keep to themselves in the decrepit parts of the town, except when threatened. There's gang members. Someone going into their home. You could do something. So renting space for ourselves probably will not work out well. Think we want to go to the nomads. Let's try. I'm going to ask for guidance. I'm not going to ask for shelter. I'm not going to ask for anything. The teen and the adult consider you carefully, confer briefly, and then provide a long lecture on survival techniques for living in, but not in, the city. Unfortunately, it's all human-centric stuff, which they seem to realize. They're apologetic as you part ways. But remember, no matter what humans ask of you or which ones you kill, it doesn't make any difference. The result is always the same. Keep denying reality. It doesn't seem we provoked enemies with that one. But I am not seeing additional options for interactions. So they didn't turn us in. That's a good thing. Got some extra muscle we could offer to them. I would much rather stick with the peaceful people. We do actually have mechs all around here, which are slightly terrifying now that I realize what they are. They're gonna murder us. Androids are autonomous enough and intelligent enough to handle many errands on behalf of themselves or their owners. Long-range wireless commands are blocked for security reasons, so they always have an onboard AI agent running a generative language model. In other words, you can speak freely, as nobody thinks these animatronic curiosities could be sentient. Something like you couldn't exist. You know what? Sure. Oh. That's just to pay fines? Seriously? That's very odd. You're completely repaired. You are not. So I'm going to keep repairing you. There's Wolverines. Just trying to decide which way is probably the best bet. I don't want to murder people. I also don't trust these people not to freak out. Murder android for registration. Androids are all over the city, which is why yours don't look out of place wandering around. Your android's registration has been noted as defective, but if you attacked this other android and took its registration for your own... We could murder an android for its registration. So that's going to take 2 turns. So they're both going to camp there. You don't have any moves, so that's all we can do there. We have just like the one guy wandering off on his own into the great abyss over there. We have more wandering folk. It's the Wolverines, that's the office. Spend time listening and gathering all the banking details they can. Since this is passive collection, since this is a passive collection that you centrally analyze, it doesn't matter what kind of android you send to handle this. You know what? Sure. You wiretap. You're going to continue doing that. I think our main guy... Let's try the office. These offices are much smaller than those found in skyscrapers, but there are still many subsidiaries and independent collectives within each one. A pair of workers are outside on a break. Contract work. They mutter sarcastically to each other about declining quality of corporate espionage. Go inside. Aw. We are running out of options for how to kind of like mess with things. That is so scary. I think we go there and see if there's anything else. I definitely don't want to do the gangs right now. They curse at you and start a long tirade about speculative investors and the housing crisis. You leave them while they're still shouting. Yep, that sounds about right. So we have that working. I think we just take the registrations. Yeah, everyone else is busy doing something, so it's just our main character doing stuff. I don't... yeah, our sensor range is absolutely abysmal. Oh, we have 0 AP. Recharge. Yeah. I think going near the... oh, that is... I have a feeling going too far out of our way is going to be a pain in the butt. Let's go to the house there. Yeah, we just enter. So you took somebody else's registration. That's fine. Will these attack us if we go in there? Yes, most likely. I love the sensor range on these guys, though. Things are fragmented. I think this is, yeah. I'm not entirely sure. I think we might end up having to murder something, which is not really high on my list of things I want to do. The city is, like, massive. I have a feeling out here is basically the edge where we can't go. Because you have all, like, this half-constructed stuff. I have a feeling that's just, like, the world border, if you will. I'm not liking that there's all these bases with a bunch of freaking mechs in them. But the most peaceful spot, I have a feeling over here is going to be a little bit easier for us. I keep seeing sparks. It looks like there's like gang warfare or something going on. What are you? It doesn't look like I can do anything about that. It just looks like they're attacking it. I can't talk to them, so it's like one of those things where it's just... Oh, they're the gang members. Okay. You know what? We'll try it. Gangs are fragmented and frequently in conflict with one another. Perhaps they would appreciate extra muscle. Criminal syndicates are far too intimidating and linked to corporate politics, so a gang is better entry to a life of crime. They assume it's some sort of trap, but they seem to be having trouble deciding what kind. They call out their companions to help encourage you to leave. You need to do things humans don't. You need things that humans don't have. Just copying the humans won't get you very far. You need to invent things they haven't thought of. Coming up with a new idea requires... Okay, so we get research now. Right now, yours is only class 1, which is similar to that of human. Later on, you need to figure out some way to greatly increase your cognition in order to delve into exciting stuff. And sometimes you just want to focus on a few of your units, and having to cycle through them all would be a pain. There's a new ability in your hotbar that allows you to set other units to stand by either for a single turn or indefinitely. Standby units are still very useful. Any unit, standby or not, will do some gathering of both elemental slurry and wealth with any excess AP it has at the end of the turn. Whether a unit is in standby mode or not has no bearing on this. Okay. So 1 enemy attack planned. Well, that's gonna die. Jeez. I have any way to fight back? No, I have no AP. 0, zilch, nada. Single drop. Where did the rest of my units go? I know I have 2. Oh, there's the other one. Well, I'm sorry, buddy, but you're gonna die. I liked you. Although you were Murderbot 2, not Murderbot 1. Okay, so I've read all those. Okay. You applied your neural network and knowledge of the city to come up with ideas to keep yourself safe. As a result, most knowledge of the city is from sources on the city feed, but so far it seems accurate enough. Small private layer in some existing human building where you can store part of your consciousness will need to be built quickly and quietly, so requires a nano seed to construct. It's better to keep your androids and vehicles deployed in a way that doesn't risk all of your consciousness in one place, from the center of a new network of structures you can build. You don't know where something is, you need to find it. How you go about this is how a human detective would. It's completely different. You don't need to start with any leads or evidence. Start with the set of all possible results, which may be tens of thousands of buildings, then do targeted inspections to reduce the pool. The challenge is usually working around enemies and balancing opportunity costs of the investigation against other activities. For a perfect chance to try out your android's new investigative skills, this will prove profoundly easy investigation since there are few enemies about. Nothing else is vying for your mental energy. To find a nanoseed, you'll need to narrow down the dauntingly long list of possible buildings where one could be. So we are completely out of ideas. Everybody else is currently busy murdering. That's a nickel bot. I think we want a combat bot. Do I have any available? Yes. Unit 2 TB. You are now part of my entourage. So, Murderbot 3. Unfortunately, the other one died. And I'm so sad. I am disappointed in you. You could use the weapon your scan shows is in their pocket. Okay, I was just waiting around watching. You could use the weapon, okay. Okay, his chance of success is 100%. I don't know what the different icons mean. I think that just is what we use to do the check. Getting handgun, stolen weapon. Yay! So now we have a gun, I think. Cheap, lightweight, and reliable weapon of choice for gang members and any private citizens who can get their hands on one. Equipment available to them, including primary weapons, secondary weapons, armor, and augments. Units fire every weapon they have, all at once whenever they attack. Okay, blocked by insufficient clearance. For the sake of safety, units are normally blocked from moving into areas that might get them shot. If you want to freely move into dangerous zones, then change the stance of your unit to combat. And okay, so we make them combat-y. So that's going to boost our damage. So murder bots can now murderize. Let's go ahead and get the tech bots updated as well. Yeah, these should be good. Yeah, they have the optical processing. Everybody, okay, smart but not deadly, currently researching that. I think, yeah, we just are researching one at a time? Doesn't make sense to me. That's our other one. I see how it works. It's going to be kind of hard to keep track of all of our units. That one has 0. Okay, there are many useful functions at the top right corner of your view, including both city map and event log. Investigations are easier on the map. Okay. Let's go there. Cleared 241. So maybe it's up here. We don't have enough for that, so that's 1. Let's recharge. Back to the city. How far can we move in one turn? Pretty dang far, actually. I wish that, let's see, inventory, inventions, especially onboard ships to boost cognition, scanning, and hacking. One of your original designs are weapon, based off the pulse revolver, it's okay. This seems worse. So cognition and hacking versus combat power and intimidation. So this seems like something that our technicians would want. Whereas this is something that our fighters would want. You get to customize and switch over to Smart Pistol. Is that going to cause problems is the question. Found target. Time for a perfect safety. Now that you have a nanotech that allows for quiet and relatively quick construction, you can build secret layers in human buildings. Since the building will remain unchanged on their exterior and citizens are used to being displaced by corporations and syndicates building off-limit spaces, you'll blend right in. This is the lowest risk way to exist in the city. It would be incredibly stupid to advertise your home's address after all. Yay! Build menu! You might be concerned about where to place your network source. Some places are more cramped than others, after all. Well, excellent news. You're about to be able to dramatically expand thanks to network relays. Even if you stick your network source in the worst corner imaginable, which is very hard to do, you can just use network relays to get anywhere you want. It doesn't reduce efficiency. It has no real downsides. Don't stress about your network being in the perfect spot unless you really just want to build densely for some reason. Okay. That's our build menu. Private bunker. Okay, so we are going to go with... We have a few options. That is actually kind of neat. I think we want to go for like a mid-rise and kind of a corner. Ooh, luxury apartments, yes. Building in a private bunker, right? Well, okay, having a network that you can extend to the other structures seems like a good idea, and you do need to be able to connect to your androids, but something in the back of your consciousness stirs at the idea of something larger. This is important. Perhaps it needs a name. The Matrix. There we go. We've established the Matrix. There's no way people haven't noticed the tower. Nanotech seems to be a quiet and fast alternative to learning microbuilders. That was a catastrophe, so you need to figure out microbuilders. The humans know something's up, so no point in trying to be quiet. New plan. Move quickly and keep them guessing. If you construct a bunch of stuff in a non-threatening way, they'll be busy trying to figure out what's happening. Cabinets and dig sites. Character made a bad prediction. I'm going to break the fourth wall here, and here only. Hello, human, playing this video game. All the text that you read in this game, outside of the settings menu at the least, is from the perspective of your character. That means tooltips, item descriptions, unit descriptions, and so on. Specifically, you are hearing your character's inner monologue to themselves, as well as a future self sometimes interjecting. They are not a fully reliable source of information. If they say something that sounds very implausible, like time for perfect safety, which would be a pretty lame game, then things may not go to plan. You don't need to worry about this. It's not here to punish you. However, you should get used to the fact that your character will often have a certain mental blind spots, and so surprising things may happen. In the case of the nanoseed, the character talked about how humans were making too big a deal out of how dangerous nanotech was. Then right after the accident, the character thinks, okay, maybe the humans were right. Being able to completely hide your existence is not something you can do. The fun of the game comes from interacting with other factions, and then not realizing them not realizing you exist at all does not lead to interesting scenarios. Chapter 1 is comparably linear compared to later game, as it is the focus on teaching. With that said, subterfuge is one of the three major types of gameplay you can engage in. Think of this like street magic. The magician performer stands right in front of you and directs your attention. You know the magician is there, but they do a lot of secret things that you have no idea are even happening. This is, broadly speaking, what you do to your enemies if you choose subterfuge options. They may not know anything happened at all, or they may blame some other faction, depending on how things go. If you are a sneaky machine, the humans will think they know where all your stuff is, but in reality, they only know the proverbial iceberg tip. You may also be publicly doing one thing and then secretly doing the opposite, which tends to be quite... I'm not sure how I feel about this. Resources in general are instantly transported to storage. Resource stores do not run out unless they specify that they do. We have already noticed that tooltips can be expanded by holding the shift key. Huge chunks of the interface, such notably all the things related to construction, will be incomprehensible without using this. Combat, hovering units, looking at POIs, just... okay. That's literally that. Okay, so I can actually take a mech? You're just doing your thing up there. You guys are chilling over here. Androids are autonomous, and okay, that's just the thing we've already done. Get a shotgun from that. Captains are company-grade officers and intense backup just to push a button away. Even if we succeed in killing them, we'll have a challenging incident in our hands. Think we send you in there? Wealthy clientele seem to frequent... okay, so... we have a confused guy there. So our goal is to create 8 microbuilder minifabs and 6 minifabs and 8 slurry spiders. Seem to be doing detective work at the moment. Hood back, focus on something on the ground. Probably work for a criminal syndicate. Getting more and more suspicious the more and more of these mechs I'm seeing. I think we murder that android for its ID. Okay, so standard model used by... Okay, so we actually have another weapon here. Substantially added range and the ability to be wielded by smaller frame androids. So I'm guessing the... Where's our inventory? Okay, so we have you as well. Yeah, there's our inventory. Possible to customize your own specifications, and it can handle heavy weapons. So we don't have anything that can use heavy weapons. So we need something that can handle it. You're going to stay near that. Lower caliber research done, so we can actually upgrade you? No, you still can't. Oh, it's a primary. Okay, so that's combat power plus 50 for that one. That's longer range, but lower damage. You're going to start setting that up. Where's our other guy? I want to say, yeah, there he is. Oh god, there's flying enemies? No. No, 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 no. So nothing too terribly interesting. I think we do want to build up over here. Have those two wandering around doing their little farming of various items. Go to our build menu. Blurry spiders. So we can't build those in... Can we actually build outside of our range? Okay, so yeah, that's out of our range. We enter. We need 8 slurry spiders. I don't know if, like, having them near each other is a problem or not. Gather spots are infinitely deep unless they're infinitely deep. Most resources are stored. Increase your cap for that resource. You don't have to worry about the logistics about resources moving into that storage or between structures to use them. This is related to your current projects and whatever buildings you have selected or have your mouse over. You can also pin any resource. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How long are they going to take to build is the question. Nine out of 12. How you're going to build a lot of things fast. Now that you have an automated supply of elemental slurry on the way, it's time to design your own version of micro builders. Enter. TPS report. Okay, so it's just due to limited coverage. That's fine. Your building options are organized by job. Each job will be installed in a particular structure. And we've already got that. Construction structures are built in 3 phases: general construction, job installation, and basement construction. All but the final turn of a job installation can happen concurrently with structure construction. A job will start working after installation, but some won't be at full production until the basement is finished. Okay. Subnets are localized places in your network which allow for better security and organization. Negative effects from enemies like stuns from damage are localized to a subnet and will not impact the larger network. A few positive boosters that you can build are also subnet specific. Predicting subnets. As you build new structures, you'll see it's going to be linked to an existing subnet or create a new one. I'm guessing that is a subnet and this is a separate subnet and this is just by itself. No storage for output. Nobody notices or cares. I love that little line there. Okay, so if I build one there. And there. There. And there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need one more. Think that's everything. Electrical elemental slurry. I don't know why that keeps flickering. I think you turn that on. You can see where it's going too. I like that. This is a bit much to keep track of. I'm not sure if I feel I guess we just stand by. I want to end turn. Apparently, everything has complaints. Searches with complaints. I would like to be seeing what these complaints are. Insufficient electricity. Okay, so we have to build large wind generators. Need 3,500 micro builders. Why? So I can't make those because I don't have the electricity. The fuck? The fuck you say? No storage for output. No storage for output. Guess we just end turn. Okay, so we need energy. So I'm just waiting. Do I have enough for that yet? Nope. I think I have enough now. So network range extender installation will be placed in relay. So these get kind of like their own separate thingamaboobers. Go pass turn, pass turn, pass turn. Now are they still mad? Oh, they're going to kill my micro builders. Okay, I think I get what the thing is with this. I think I probably should have been a bit more, yeah, enemy attacks planned, corporate aggressors. I would rather have some way to actually get more androids. Things that they know where you live. From the looks of things, there are two distinct groups. Some of them so far. One of them is hostile. The other is curious. Electricity is per network. How a network is doing electricity-wise. Select any building in the network and look to the right-hand side of the screen. You can also hover over. I think overall, my thoughts so far. I like the concept. I really do. I like the different parts in and of themselves. I think the UI is a pain in the ass. Because the UI is actually kind of awful to navigate. It just feels unintuitive. It feels like I'm playing 3 different games with one UI. Which, I know that's kind of the concept, but it is really hard to mesh it all together. Where is the one enemy attack plan? Oh, it's hiding right there. What is he attacking? The idea of sending androids to fix every little thing that gets broken or damaged makes you want to hurt people. Well, let's not do it that way. Spider drones you already use to gather elemental slurry can also be used for repairs. Just keep them in separate dig sites. Each group knows what it's supposed to do. Micro builders is going up. Net income is negative 2,700, so we need more elemental slurry. Let's build. So I should repair things. This type of job is already at its cap. How do I increase that cap? So that increases storage. So are they just attacking my network tower? So this guy's just going around and wrecking shit. That's his entire job in life. Does he have any more moves? Zero out of 2 corporate aggressors incoming. The homeless individual explains that they are curious as to what is happening. Your tower frightens them, but it also represents a potential new beginning. Anyone homeless is not so by choice. Whatever their prior social status, they've lost it all at this point. Whereas humans don't have anywhere else to go. There's also a constant flow of new people losing their homes. So just knocking down these tents or scaring these individuals away wouldn't be a practical long-term solution. Out of the way, but not hurt. The most efficient solution is to pack these people up into a smaller space, like apartments. The irony of this reversal is not lost on you, but you want the space, and there might be some secondary benefit to all this. Okay. Provide some apartments to shelter humans. Sure. I will build apartments. That's okay, right? Do I have the ability to build apartments? I do. Don't have enough micro builders to build more of them just yet, but I will. So both of the aggressors are over there. We have gun guy there. No, that's our technician. Where's our gun guy? There's our gun guy. Murderbot Prime, go! No more corporate aggressors. I'm going to make this a better world, damn it. So that, okay. Sheltered humans cap increases. Okay, so okay, so we're not getting enough micro builders to kind of keep those things up. Dialogue. Software represents an opportunity for projects. Projects in turn lead to provide rewards or the chance to advance forward to a larger goal. When multiple people have the same dialogue option, speaking to any one of them handles it for all of them. Interesting. You'll be comfortable in familiar territory where your own buildings act as waypoints. For any missions out into the city, you'll always have guide markers of some sort, so you won't have to have trouble finding the mission. Okay. You will always be a bit lost. Okay. Forcible management is absolutely salivating at the prospect of getting something exceptionally valuable out of this. Far from wanting to destroy your tower, they want to steal whatever they can that comes out of it. Your visible buildings are not. Your tower might be off limits, but your visible buildings are not. Your particular version of microbuilders are creating structures that look like some sort of alien plague amongst the human buildings. Anything large and metallic is going to be shot at by a wide variety. Okay, so generally speaking, I think if I play the full game, I'm going to definitely start it over from scratch and try to build a bit more tightly nestled than this. Because it is feeling like... Yeah, that's already back up to full health. So I need my technician. The scientist is effusive in their excitement, almost to the point of incoherence. They first started watching you during the lockdown, evidently, and have only become increasingly certain of what you are since then. There's going to be a security update. No more free androids for you. There's widespread knowledge within Vorciber that something is commandeering androids for its own use, but there's ongoing disagreement about specifically what. Can't steal androids anymore, you'll need to start building your own. This would be a major undertaking, but the scientists brought you all the schematics you need to duplicate what you've had up until now. Oh, okay. When androids are blending in, they're still just as anonymous as ever. There are a lot of androids in the city, and most of them are still acting normally, but a pattern has been noticed. Ever since you erupted the eruption of your tower, more and more androids have been acting suspiciously. This means if you get into a fight with the military or security forces and you don't wipe them out, they're going to start targeting buildings around your tower. For some reason, your tower itself seems off limits at the moment, but any freaky metallic buildings around it are fair game. Okay. So I think I would actually want to build closer to it now that it says that, hey, they're fair game. Unfortunately, I cannot get more Android controls. That's not an option I have right now. There's an Overwatch for all of that. What are those guys? They're just an infantry squad. We have you just chilling up here with your horrible, horrible range. Yeah, that's That's actually kind of neat. I like the idea. I think I need to either A, spend more time with this, or B, figure out a way to simplify it a little bit. Because it really does feel like there is a lot of stuff. Okay, so we need more micro builders. I don't know what the, like, advantage of the nickel bot is, besides it being, like, some kind of look at this photograph situation. But at that note, I think I am going to go ahead and call it a stream. It's been 4 hours. This is a fun game. I think I need to spend some time off stream with it and kind of learn a bit more about it, really get a good feel for it. But we did spend an hour on it. So keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath, and I will see you guys next time.